My name is Rai, and I lived in Bandel. Ever since I was a child, sports mattered to me more than studies. I wanted to join the defense, and I was beaten for neglecting my education. I didn't know who I was back then, but I knew one thing. I didn't like men. I was only ever attracted to women. My father wanted his first child to be a boy. When I was born, he abandoned us all. And months later, my grandfather brought him back home. I would do all the outside work trying to become and take the role of a boy he never had. Even today at 32, I struggle to name myself. Tomboy, trans man, I still don't know. If anyone loved me, it was my grandfather. My parents were very young when they got married, and he paid for everything. After he died, I was on my own. From class 8, I kept hearing there wasn't enough money for my education, that I should be married off. Every exam terrified me. One failure, and it would all be over. After Madhyamik, I started tutoring. I joined class 11 and an ITI college nearby. I left home at 6:30 in the morning and returned by 11 at night. All day I survived on just 2 glasses of sattu. I dropped out of ITI just 6 months before completion. That regret still lives inside me. Marriage proposals never stopped. At 17, they tried to marry me to a 47-year-old man. They lied to him about my age and lied to me about his. When he found out, he scolded my family for trying to marry off a child. I didn't want marriage. I wanted a job. I wanted a life of my own. And back then, I didn't know words like queer, trans, or lesbian. I only asked for 3 years to finish my graduation. The RPF exam was in Shiliguri, and I begged my father to either take me or to let me go by myself. He refused. By then, I had already faced physical and sexual assault from men in my own family. The thought of marrying a man terrified me. Still, I was forced to marry at 18. My husband Pallab was 32. On my wedding day, as he applied sindoor, I sat there, numb. I wanted it to end, and it never did. It felt like a nightmare. My trauma was still raw. When I told Pallab I wasn't ready, he respected that. Before marriage, I lived outside, working, moving, dreaming even. And after marriage, my world shrank to cooking, cleaning, caring, all for someone else. Everyone around me had wings of dreams and ambitions. Mine were clipped even before I could take a flight. Pallab's family was pressuring me to conceive. I could not imagine intimacy with a man. I had my daughter in 2012, when I was just 20. With internet access, I finally found language for myself. I initially told Pallab I was bisexual, and a month later, I told him I was a lesbian. He said he already knew. I never understood if he was supporting me or entrapping me. Some days, he'd encourage me, and some days he reminded me of my daughter's future as a warning. When I tried to go for an interview, my mother beat me, black and blue, in front of my child. Pallab stayed silent. I wanted to run away, but I didn't know where. I didn't know help existed, NGOs existed. Where would I go? Who would I go to? The police would only send me back and shame me for going against my family's honor. One day, I sat near a railway station with my phone switched off, thinking of ending all this pain away. Suddenly, I felt the need to hear my daughter's voice. When I did, I broke down. That day, I chose to live for my daughter. People often ask me to get a divorce, but divorce can wound children too. I have seen it in my immediate family. My lesbian partners often leave because my married life is too complicated for them. And I keep wondering, if you love me, can you not love my daughter too? Does queer only mean two people, or does it include the lives we carry with us? Everyone wants the right to marry, the right to have children, property, etc. But why do we want those rights? I want to live together, but not by the so-called social norms. Yes, marriage gives access to social opportunities, property, nominee, mediclaim. But why should society dictate who I love and live with? And until these rights are no longer tied to marriage, people like me will have to keep asking and demand those rights separately.